This is True Buzz, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts.
I was just reading this question here from Desko. He says, a question I got on growing is when your plant already sprouted and is about a good 4 to 5 inches, what's the best possibility to not let it dry out? Because I stay in Phoenix, the weather be warm / hot.
You could like put like a shade cloth over it, you know, like you could set up a tarp that allows like not all the sun to go through. It's like a partial shade
Okay,
cloth.
it's like that meshy.
Yeah. And then you could put it in a bigger container. Like the more soil you're gonna have in there, the less chance you're gonna have of it drying out.
Is there anything you can put on top of the
You
soil,
could
even like a wet
also
towel or something,
make
or is
like
that
you could
mold?
make a greenhouse, you know?
It's a little one.
Yeah, like a
I'm almost
little
picturing
one.
just like a 5-gallon water container
Yeah.
on it.
Or like what you could do is set up like drip irrigation, so it's just like always constantly getting like drips of water, you know, so it won't dry out. But like you want
Shit.
a bigger container, keep it under the shade cloth so it's not getting cooked in direct sunlight. That's some ways it won't dry out. But right now it's probably pretty cold in Phoenix, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like freezing at night, so you might want to bring it inside at night.
Oh shit.
Like,
Show it some love.
yeah.
I can read it a book.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like not really the season though right now. It's going to grow really slow and it's probably going to want to start to bud if you're doing it outside. So you want to make sure it's getting like some extra light so it won't go into flower because it's not going to produce much. But if you're just fucking around, you know, testing it out, you know.
It's a good question. That's shit that like
totally.
that you don't.
But yeah, you
I don't think about
like,
in
if
different.
you're worried about it drying out, just like water more, you know, basically, or you can, you know, reduce the sun on your plant with like
Oh,
a
by
shade
just
tarp.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, dude. I
I'm
mean,
seeing people like in the winter when it's cold, you could cut a milk carton, like a milk jug, like the ones that are transparent. Cut the top off and flip that over and put it on top of your pot and put some holes in it, and that'll keep it warm at night.
okay.
From like freezing from a frost, because I know it gets pretty cold in Phoenix at night in the winter.
Getting schooled here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finally, like, I saw those lights you had and you were making it work when you sent me that picture. I'm like, I could have
just
one.
have mine under like a T5, which is just for like growing like clones basically, or like, you know, it's not going to make the sturdiest plant, but I still have them growing under there, and I've been topping them and pinching them to like keep them like with a lower profile so I can get a wide canopy when I get some better lights.
And yeah, full disclosure, I was trying to help him and still might get some in the future, but just dealing with fucking companies, like I was telling you, wanting too much for the money. So
yeah, it's not worth it. I just want to get like the best kind of lights I can afford to get right now,
yeah.
and like I don't want to like fucking try like some shitty like Chinese knockoff light.
Well, yeah, let me
you
know too. Like maybe I can hit them up. Like I think we've talked. I mean, I just feel bad because this has been going on. I've like keep hitting people up and talking and negotiating. But like you said, it's like
I don't think they
fuck
give
it.
those lights away on YouTube or anything unless you're like a legit grower with like a shitload of followers. You know?
No,
then they'll start giving.
Oh wait,
them,
like the high end you're saying?
Yeah, the high end ones, because that shit's in like such demand right now.
What is the high end? Like the ones I was sending you were like 4, 5, 6.
There's a brand called Lux. There's a brand called Gavita. Those are like the two like.
And what do those run?
It depends which one you want. The one I'm looking for are around 300 for it's called a 315 watt CMH light. It's like a ceramic metal halide light. So they're really good for veg, and it's only 315 watts, so you can get 3 lights and you're still under 1,000 watt, like which would be like 1,000 watt HPS or something.
3 lights for that $300 mark, you're saying, or you're gonna get
I'm
3?
gonna get 3 $300 lights.
So you're looking at 1,000 total. Okay.
Just for the lights, and then I need to get some other stuff too. But I've heard good things about those lights. They say they can produce around like a 600 watt light would produce. So that's why I want to try those ones, or maybe spend a little more and get an LED. But
so
I'm not really
so the
sure.
ones so the ones that you would be getting, do they give off heat then? Because I know the LEDs don't, right?
Yeah, they produce some heat, but not. I don't think they produce that much. I've never used them. I've used the HPS ones, and I've used like HID lights, you know, but I've never used like that exact light, but I've just heard good things from other people that grow, and like the guys at the shop highly recommend them.
Okay.
So yeah, I have like power issues too, so I'm not trying to run too much power because like I don't want that shit like fucking shorting out all the time, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
But
that'd
I
be
don't know. I'm
fucked.
excited to get it going and just being able to like keep some good seeds I have around and clone them and see which ones are the best. You know,
Yeah,
get some good genetics in there. Not have it being able to have like a controlled environment, not have to deal with like the high humidity that I've been dealing with here. You know, I've been just like losing too much bud every year, and it feels like a waste almost. You know.
yeah, that's
But
that'd
it's
be
like,
hard.
it's like I have a plan for next year to like kind of plant earlier and when time it out so I don't have too much flowering in August because that's the month where the shit just fucking takes a turn for the worst in like August and
Humidity
September.
wise, you're
Yeah.
saying?
So I'm gonna plant like a late crop and an early crop this year and just try and grow some smaller plants for this area because they're just getting fucked by the humidity. And it's like
Huh.
the only thing I can do is like build a hoop house and put like a bunch of fans in there outside and stuff. But I don't
Well, it's
know.
crazy you're having the opposite problem of, it going dry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Out
like
here,
you
it's
gotta
I don't know,
like,
but like some places, it's like super dry and windy, so you need to have it like watered a lot. And if you're not home all the time, that could be hard. So you could set up like a drip irrigation thing.